It's definitely a place that nobody should have to be in. It was just a really, really hard time in my life. And, you know, looking back, I guess I could see how the answer was always right there, but in the moment you don't know that, and you're questioning things constantly. I think the hardest part of it all was just right before I would go to bed, all I could think about was these questions like burning in my mind, and I didn't have the answers. And then I would dream about them, and then I would wake up and it was my first thought, and I couldn't eat. I could barely sleep. You know, you go out in public and you just kind of, you put on this fake show like everything's fine. I think you also probably assume that everyone else is as great as they're appearing to be too, you know? So I was lost. And I mean, pretty simple, not much more than that. I was lost, and I had no idea where to go, who to turn to, excuse me, how I was gonna find my way. And I felt very alone, very, very lonely, all the time. And then I found BuzzFeed Quizzes. I was seeing them all over my Facebook page, just, you know, people were like, yo, what superhero are you? I got Superman, or what president are you supposed to be? I got Bill Clinton, or things like that, you know, and I was like, you know, these are questions that I've always wondered. and then I saw it. It was a Tuesday. It was around like 4:30 p.m. I believe. I was just scrolling through my Facebook news feed, and I saw yet another person posting a BuzzFeed quiz, and I don't know, like, I was already pretty intrigued by them, thinking like maybe this is it, maybe this is how I'm gonna get the answers to all of my burning questions. But this one in particular really stood out to me, and it was called What Font Are You? And I mean, that's when I knew like this could really help me out, you know? I remember clicking the link, and I had to answer like a few questions, and I remember just thinking to myself like, please, please, please don't get Comic Sans, you know? Like, that's not the kind of font I want to be. But I didn't. I got Times New Roman, which, I don't know, it feels kind of boring, feels kind of common, but it's who I am, and I don't know, I'm happy with it. I got CEO as my dream job, which is weird because I absolutely would never want to be a CEO, but BuzzFeed really knows you more than you know yourself, I think. It told me that my left arm was probably the limb that I should cut off. You know, it said that my dream guy, my ideal man, it said Richard Simmons, but I think, you know, sometimes you take the quizzes more than once, and you can kind of tweak the answers. I mean, sometimes, you know, you go back and forth between two answers and you pick one, so maybe the next time you pick another one, you know, and then you get Ryan Gosling. And I no longer wasted my time worrying about the little things, like, what am I gonna do with my life? You know, like, why am I still alone? So, I mean, I had no idea. I had no idea what video game I was, what state I should be from, and now I know who I am. It feels so much better, like, talking about it, you know? It feels good. I feel really good. Thank you for the opportunity. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say, so.